Well, we are just one win away from reaching the World Cup knockouts and therefore starting our route to the final. Hello, welcome to part 2 of It's Coming Home, where we hopefully try and take England all the way from the group stages to World Cup glory using a squad made up of players that aren't going to the World Cup in real life. So if we didn't see yesterday's episode, we did exactly that. We did build a very decent, I'd say underrated England squad. So we've got a lot of players that could have gone to this year's World Cup, but hopefully should be in next year's World Cup squad. So that's what I'm hoping for. Most of these players should be in the World Cup 2030. At least that was hoping for. We did obviously get off to a good start against Croatia, 4-0 win with the goals coming from Tammy Abraham, Harry Maguire with a penalty, and Morgan Gibbs White. Very easy start, and obviously Ghana and Panama should be both walking the parks, but we'll see what happens. But let's get straight into it. Hopefully a win against Ghana. That should be us through to the next round. Whether that be first or second confirmed, I do not know, but it depends on what happens in the other group games. So the lineup will be Nick Pope in goal, back for Trent Alexander-Arnold, Harry Maguire, Levi Colwill and Lewis Skelly. We've got Madison and Wharton in the midfield. Then we've got Bowen out on the right, Foden in the middle, Jack Grealish on the left. Then we've got King and Tammy Abraham up front. Come on, lads, let's hopefully get another fairly decent win because Croatia, I thought Croatia was going to be a slightly more challenging game, but it appears to me it wasn't. So I feel like Ghana is going to be even more of an easier game. So we're talking at least 5-6 goals, I reckon, this game. If we can beat Croatia by 4 goals, and Croatia did have a bad team, I think they were just slightly old. But Ghana do have some very decent players. They've got the likes of Anton Semenyo and Thomas Partey, both decent Premier League players. Bowen has got the ball now to Foden. This is looking very positive. Wharton, that's a lovely ball out to Trent Alexander-Arnold, finds Tammy Abraham, who does header into the back of there. I tell you what, who the hell is Harry Kane? What's he doing in the England squad? Where is Tammy Abraham? That's the question we will be asking by the end of the World Cup when we get knocked out in the group stages. But that is a wonderful cross from Trent. I mean, I still can't believe they've left him out of the World Cup squad. I mean, Thomas Tuchel, what are you doing? But that might be the best decision he's made, because without him being in the England squad in real life, we wouldn't be able to have him in this squad. That's good thinking, Thomas. I like that. Obviously, it's good to got Mohamed Kudus. I forgot he was a Ghanaian. I thought he was Senegalese or something like that. But they do have a lot of good players. Who's their strikers? That is Inaki Williams of I think it's Athletic Bilbao. They've got a decent squad. They're going to be. I don't know if they're going to be what do you call it? I don't know what you call it. Certainly underdogs, but they could be a dark horse. That was the word I was going to go for, but I just couldn't quite think of a saying. They could potentially be this year's dark horse in the World Cup. I'm talking about real life, not in this game, but they could potentially with the players they have. Harry Maguire steps up for the penalty, puts it into the back of the net. That's 2 goals in 2 matches, albeit they were both penalties, but still, he puts the ball into the back of the net to make it 2-0 to England, where this first half has been fairly one-sided. We've had lots of shots and lots on target. Ghana, only the 1 shot on target, and just the 1 shot as well. Harry Maguire, that was a bit of a useless header, but we've still got possession. Trent Alexander-Arnold, it's the crossbar, but does fall to Tammy Abraham, finds Bowen. He goes down in the box. I don't think that's going to be another penalty. It's not, but Madison has got the ball, and I thought we were going to get a 3rd goal. Might still get a 3rd goal before half time, which will probably wrap up the 3 points unless Ghana get a goal back here with Mensah. Come on, then we just try and get the ball back. Hopefully, to stop them from having a shot, even though Kudus does put the ball into the back of the net to make it 2-1. 10 minutes left to go until the halftime break. I mean, it's not. I mean, apart from that goal, Ghana haven't done anything else. So I reckon the third goal, just to restore that 2-goal advantage, will probably wrap up the game. But we'll see what happens. But obviously, Ghana do have a lot of very dangerous players. Obviously, could just be one of them, but a very good player. Not so great for Tottenham because I think he got quite a serious injury. Jack Grealish comes away from his defender twice. And oh my good God, that is just absolutely tragic goalkeeping. I mean, I thought they were going to give that to Jack Grealish because I think his shot was actually going in. But let's take a look at that goal again because I don't really know what he did. I mean, that is just absolutely beautiful. That was. I don't think his initial shot was going in. It sort of came off their defender, then went straight into the backside of the goalkeeper. I think that's what happened. It happened very, very quickly, but we're 3-1 up with a few minutes left to go of the first half, and we do head into the second half with the 2-goal lead. And I think we definitely guaranteed ourselves at least 1 point. Then I think we probably do need another goal just to really guarantee ourselves the 3 points. Because if we do take a look at the obviously Panama and Croatia have still got to play. They play at 7 o'clock with the early kickoff. But at the moment, we are going through to the next round because obviously I think even if we bottle to the next game, I don't think there's any way the other teams can catch us unless Panama somehow beat Croatia, which I don't think is going to happen. But you never know, it might do. But half an hour left to go. We probably should think about making some substitutions. Who do we have on the bench that could potentially come on? Jack Grealish is looking a bit shattered, so we will get him off for. Let's get on Rio Ungamoa. Let's see what he's made about. So let's get him on. Give him a little bit of a run around, and I think that's probably all we'll do for now because we don't really have a lot of tired players on the pitch. But Trent is beginning to tire. We do have Rico Lewis down on the bench. Bowen's beginning to tire, but we do have Ethan Imboneri on the bench. We've got Cole Palmer. We've got attackers galore, so we are going to make a few more changes. Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to make way for Rico Lewis. I think let's get off Foden for. Let's get on Palmer. He can play in the middle. Then Bowen's also going to make way for Imboneri. He can come onto that right hand side. That does leave us with one substitution left to go. I think probably Wharton will be the man to be coming off for who I do not know because I can't remember the central midfielders down on the bench. We do have Morgan Gibbs White, got Curtis Jones that we could potentially use. So I think we've also got Conor Gallagher. What other section? We've got James Garner. Let's get on James Garner, see what he's made about. So get him on, play him for the final 10 minutes now that the victory is very much all wrapped up. There's nothing really been to report on in the second half. I mean, not much has happened unless we can get a fourth goal here. That would be absolutely lovely. Rico Lewis down to Harry Maguire. Garner, this is looking very positive indeed. Lewis getting a lovely ball out to Rio and Gamoha. Come on. Oh, he cuts inside, tries to do a little bit too much, but I reckon if he kept the ball nicely controlled, that might have been a goal from Cole Palmer. A very good opportunity, but just couldn't quite get it on target. It's a shame Tammy Abraham wasn't coming in onto that rebound, because if he was alert to it, that almost certainly would have been another goal. Rico Lewis down to James Maddison. Palmer, that was close. That was close. You're really knocking on the door. We definitely deserve a fourth goal, but I don't think we're going to get it. Not that it really matters because it does end in a 3-1 win to the mighty England, the Three Lions on the shirt, and hopefully, I'm kind of praying Panama and Croatia sort of ends in a 0-0, just a draw, because then that will be our spot to our top spot confirmed. I don't know who we face in the second round because it's not just a round of 16. There's another extra second round. So the knockouts could be quite confusing, but hopefully Panama and Croatia ends in a decent result. Not that it really matters. It doesn't really affect us as such because no one's going to catch us. And we'll play our final group game against Panama. Couldn't say their name for some reason. Then we'll find out who we get in the knockouts. And hopefully from there we'll start our route to the final. The lineup for our group stage game against Panama will be Ramsdale in goal, a back four of Rico Lewis, Joe Gomez, Jared Brathwaite and Lewis Hall. James Garner and Curtis Jones in the midfield. Then we've got Ethan Albaneri on the right, Cole Palmer in the middle, Jack Grealish on the left. Then we've got up front Liam Delap making his first appearance in this World Cup, and probably his only appearance because I don't expect him to be playing any of the knockout games, depending on who we face and depending on if Tammy Abraham is fit or not. Because Tammy Abraham, an absolute beast. He's already got, like, what has it been, 3 goals, 4 goals, something like that. So, been pretty decent. He obviously had 2 in the first game, then 1 in the previous game. So, he's just had the 3 goals in this World Cup at the moment, which is absolutely brilliant. Will he get the golden boot? I don't know. I'm hoping so, but I don't think he has a slight chance. If we get to the final, I think he has every chance in the world of getting the World Cup golden boot. Garner with a ball down to Liam Delap. He's got support ahead of him now to Mbaneri. Mbaneri again. Come on, really. Oh, that's beautiful. Goes in the middle of 2 players, and that was a very good attacking play. I must admit. I mean, this game, similar to the game against Ghana, it should be a relatively simple game, and obviously if we do get the win, that should hopefully, I think that will, I don't know if we are officially, I don't know how many points Croatia are on. No, they're on 6, so they can't get any more points. So our top spot is very much wrapped up if we do get the draw today, and I don't know what happens if we lose, but we're not going to lose because Cole Palmer has put us 1-0 up against Panama, and that should be us through to the knockouts. I mean, we were already qualified for the knockouts. We did that against after our game against Ghana, so yeah, should be a relatively simple ride from it. I don't know. I don't really. We will obviously find out who we get in the second round of the World Cup, and then so forth. Because once you get the second round tie, I think we can see who we will potentially get in the round of 16. I think that's what the round is after the second round. There's a lot of teams, so 48 teams enter the World Cup at the group stage. Then 16 teams get eliminated. Then you get your 32, which make it through to the knockout. So that's the top 2 in every group. Then there's a few spots up for grabs for the best third place teams. I think it's like the top 8 in the best third place teams, which is absolutely bonkers, absolutely mayhem. It really is. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. So by the end of the tournament, if you go all the way, obviously you play at least I don't know how many games. I think it's like at least 9 or 10, because obviously you've got the 3 group stage games, then you've got the second round, the round of 16, quarter-final, semi-final, and final. So you potentially risk it up to playing 8 games. That's absolutely ridiculous. And we are 3-0. Is that the third goal, or is that just the second goal? Even though with the second goal of the game. We've got the first goal, Cole Palmer. So even though a goal and assist in this game, that is absolutely beautiful. I don't anticipate him playing many games, certainly not starting many games. I think that's what we tried to do this game, trying to give the players that would normally start a start today, because obviously with us being already qualified, I thought we might as well go for a little bit of a rotated side, and that risk is definitely paying it off. I mean, it sort of does help that we had our hardest game first, and obviously the easy games second and third, which is very, very nice. But we are heading into the halftime break with a 2-0 lead at the moment. Brathwaite has got the ball. Is there a chance? There is still time for a third goal. Rico Lewis has got the ball, crosses it. That was it was a decent cross. It was just screaming out for Tammy Abraham, but he's not on the pitch. Cole Palmer with the shot, he hits the post. That is very unfortunate, but Umbanari, brilliant turn of pace to get to that ball and win us the corner with 30 seconds left to go, and we are 2-0 up at her half-time break, and the second half should be plain sailing for me. I doubt we're in any danger of throwing this lead away, because Panama, I don't think they have any decent players. That's not the Murillo that plays for Nottingham Forest. It's not. I thought it was, but it's not. I don't know any of the Panama players. They're just a bunch of nobodies, through all I'm concerned. Was that on top? I don't know what happened there. I presume it hit the woodwork, or it was a very good block from someone on the line, because that very easily could have been a goal for Panama. But thankfully, we defended our box really well, and Panama do whip up the ball upfield, and Rico Lewis heads it back to Ramsdale, who hasn't actually had a bad game, albeit he hasn't really had that much to do. Rico Lewis has got the ball. Will he put the ball into the box? He does, and He puts the ball into the back of the net to make it 3-0. This is absolutely wonderful stuff, albeit it is against Panama. It's not really anything special, but a win to win in my eyes. Croatia leading 4-1 against Ghana, so they are safely through. Panama at the moment will be go. I doubt they'll go through, but they have a chance of going through into the. I mean, imagine if they get through. Just imagine. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's very much impossible. But we are going to make a couple of changes. Rio and Gamora is going to make way for Jack Grealish. Who else is looking a little bit tired? Let's get off Curtis Jones. He can make way for. Let's get James Maddison on, and I think that probably might be it for now, but we've got 20 minutes left to go. Obviously, the 3-goal advantage, that is very much a victory all wrapped up. Maddison down to Hull, and Gamoha has got the ball, tries to cut inside, but just couldn't quite put the ball across goal to hopefully get someone a tap in. And Hull now to Maddison. Ghana, this is looking very good. Umbanari, this is looking very good indeed. Umbanari, oh, it's a goal for Liam Delap. That is Umbanari. He's had 2 goals, 2 assists. He's played a part in every goal today. That is just absolutely, it's mind-blowing how good he is. I mean, yeah, fair enough, it's against Panama, but will he be able to do this against Spain or France? I'd like to think so. We are going to make a couple more changes. Branthwaite is going to make way for Levi Colwill, and I think we'll also get off James Garner. He can make way for Conor Gallagher, and I think for the final change will be let's get off Cole Palmer for Phil Foden. And that will be the final change of the game, and that should be it for now. I don't anticipate any more goals. It'd be nice to get a 5th goal, but it's not really necessary. We're already 4-0 up. Panama really haven't done much this game. 5 shots, 2 on target. We've been very clinical. 28 shots, 14 on target. That's how good we are. I mean, imagine how much better we would be if we had the front 3 of Saka, Kane, and Rashford. I assume that'd be the front 3 for going into the World Cup in real life. But imagine what it would be like if we had this team. But that is just absolutely crazy. And Panama have been knocked out of the World Cup. Has there been any upsets? Because I presume all the games have been played. So we will face a 3rd place. I mean, that's us through to the next round. I don't know who we're going to be facing. So we will just carry forward just to see who we do face because there's still matches going on. I presume all the matches are done and dusted. So who do we face? We will face Colombia. Then from the second round, who do we face? The round of 16, we potentially face Ecuador, Czechia. This is looking good, this is. And the quarterfinal, can't look that far ahead, but obviously, but that is, yeah, that's looking tasty. I would definitely go through to the quarterfinal in the next episode, so watch your steps. So I will see you all in the next episode where we will start our route to the final with the second round coming up against Colombia. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.